Hey, Ståle Hansen here. In this video, we're going to look at Focus headset, and I prepared some tests that we're going to take a look at, and then we're going to react to those tests. What is a Focus headset? I will tell you during this video, but first take a look at this. This is me making a real effort to bike down the road and create some wind tests, because all these Focus headsets boast that they have active noise cancelling and wind reduction. I have prepared 5 tests. We're going to listen to them, I'm going to comment on them, and then you can also make up your own opinion. The first one is wind test. Let's have a look. The first test is the Evolve 660. Let's listen in.
Evolve Adapt 660. The oak is strong and gives shade. Cats and dogs both hate each other. The pipes start to rust while new.
We didn't hear much wind actually, but we hear, of course, the audio gets kind of garbled, but you still can understand what I'm saying. And I'm biking here now to create that wind. So let's listen to the next headset, which is the Jabra Evolve2 85. This is the Jabra Evolve2. Cats and dogs. The pipes start to rust while new. We didn't hear much there either in terms of wind, and I think the audio was about the same, even though the Jabra has this extended microphone. In this test today, I also thrown in a consumer headset. So let's have a look at the consumer headset.
Take one, consumer headset. Let's do this. Oak is strong and gives shade. Cats and dogs both hate each other.
This headset, we heard the sound was further away, I think, and we also heard more of the wind. So not the same kind of wind reduction in this consumer headset, but we still could hear good, but we also heard a lot of the traffic. Now I'm going to test this headset, the Jabra Evolve 65T, which is also Microsoft Teams certified. So let's have a look.
I can wear a helmet. The oak is strong and gives shade. Cats and dogs both hate each other. The pipe starts to rust while new.
Here we heard more wind, and but we still could hear quite well, but it's much more noise around. And this is kind of a bonus headset though, because it is cheaper, it's easier, but it's the advantage is that you can wear a helmet. Test number 2 is listening into a Teams call, because all these Focus headsets, except for the consumer headset, are certified for Microsoft Teams. What does it mean to be certified for Microsoft Teams and why it's so super important? Well, check out the link in the description field below. So let's have a listen in.
Testing the Evolve Adapt 660 via Teams. Oak is strong and gives shade. Cats and dogs both hate each other.
Notice that the headset is wireless and is connected via Bluetooth, and we're using the Bluetooth dongle for this. It's super important to use the Bluetooth dongle in Teams calls, because that's where the drivers are. That's where the support for wideband audio is. And you can hear that the audio is quite good. Of course, you hear this phone call audio, but that is what voice over IP sounds like. Let's test the Jabra Evolve2 85.
Testing the Jabra Evolve2 85. Oak is strong and gives shade. Cats and dogs both hate each other.
I think the audio was kind of the same, but it felt more like in a flight simulator or something like that. That's my impression anyway, but you can make up your own opinion. And then the question is, do we like the red light that's actually flashing in the camera? Because this is the presence light in Evolve 285, and it feels more like a Star Wars headset. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so I should like that, but maybe not in a business call. You can turn this off, of course, but then the presence light, which is one of the advantages you get with the Evolve2, disappears, right? Because you won't have the presence light for your peers around you.
Now we're testing the consumer headset, Sennheiser 450 BTNC. The oak is strong and gives shade. Cats and dogs both hate each other. The pipes start to rust while new.
So this is the consumer headset. It's a noticeable worse experience, but not that awful. But you can actually hear more of the room with this headset. Though I'm sitting in a room with sound tiles and all that, but still it is a different experience. And also this headset is connected to the native Bluetooth on the computer, so experience may vary between your different computers. Also, the challenge here is that if you are using Bluetooth and it's the default audio device, if you have low volume or maybe muted your volume, then that will stay muted in the call. Another challenge I actually had was that the headset was muted, but I didn't see that in Teams or in the app. So that was a challenge as well. Now let's listen to the Jabra Evolve 65T.
Now testing the Evolve 65T. Oak is strong and gives shade. Cats and dogs both hate each other. The pipes start to rust while new.
I think that was okay, and I think maybe the one I felt sounded best was the Epos Adapt 660. But you can go back and take your listen yourself. But you do definitely get that voice over IP audio experience. So what constitutes a Focus headset? Well, they are team certified. That's a main criteria here that we're testing today. They have wireless via USB dongle. That defines a UC headset that we are testing right now. Then it needs to be noise cancelling on the ear and noise cancelling on the microphone. Again, a Focus headset, I believe, should have good audio, and maybe the most important, it should be wired via USB and it should be wired via jack cable. And I'm a Focus headset enthusiast and I may have taken it a bit far because I use it when boarding the plane, when traveling, in the plane for in-flight entertainment, super important for me. But I also may have taken it a bit far with, I use it all the time. Headsets are really important for me. And for me, immersive audio is really, really important. And comparing the Epos Adapt 660 with the Jabra Evolve2 85, I found that they had really good immersive audio, both of them. But I found that the Epos Adapt 660 had like a wider audio and deeper and more rounder bass. But if I weren't comparing them, I would appreciate both of them. And I also tried to do another test where I tried to listen to audio while having a really windy environment. And I heard some headsets, they may be twisting the audio because there's so much noise cancelling going on. But both the Epos and the Jabra both performed really well. It seems like the music and the noise cancelling are kind of disconnected, so the music doesn't get worse when listening to them. But that really constitutes really good Focus headsets for me. I also thrown in a bonus headset here. It's not a Focus headset, but it is a really good office headset. And that's the Sennheiser SDW5. So let's have a listen on that in a Teams call.
And now testing the Sennheiser SDW5. Oak is strong and gives shade. Cats and dogs both hate each other.
This headset sounds much better than the Bluetooth headsets. And maybe that is expected because it's based on the DEC technology and it's so much better audio in a Teams call. So I prefer using that at home for multiple reasons, and you will see that later on when we do the range test as well. But having the decked headset, that were noticeably better performance. There's one more test I wanted to run in the Teams call, and that is testing the focus headsets using USB wired. Because then it's still certified for Teams, it still have the drivers, but it can charge at the same time.
Now testing the Epos Adapt 660 with USB wired. Oak is strong and gives shade. Cats and dogs both hate each other.
I think it sounded about the same as with Bluetooth, but here we have wired, we are charging at the same time, and we are not hitting into Bluetooth disturbances if that should happen, or range or something like that. So it's always recommended to use wired while you present in a call or maybe doing a live event. So try to use wired when you can. Now sitting here with the Evolve2 85, I connected the USB-C cable, but the headset cannot be found as a microphone. Does this really mean that this doesn't work with a wire? The next test we're going to do is testing when someone sits beside you and are talking at the same time to see what kind of noise cancelling are happening on the microphone. Because all the focus headsets are boasting adapting noise cancelling on the microphone as well, and also in a noisy office environment, people may be standing around you and talking while you are in the call. So let's listen in, and for this I've gotten some help from my son, YouTube advisor, editor, Dimian. Now we are testing the Jabra Evolve2 85.
The pipe projector runs well near. Open the crate, but don't break the glass.
All right, I think that was a successful test. This is not a Teams meeting though, it's recorded directly in Camtasia, which is my recording program, but the microphone works the same anyway. And you heard him a bit, but he was mostly noise cancelled. I think, yeah, the Adapt did more noise cancelling on Dimian. Let's listen to the next headset.
Now we are testing the Evolve 65T earbuds. These are like the bonus headsets. They are noise cancelling, but still they are small and easy to have as an extra pair of headsets.
Move the vat over the hot.
Yeah, here it definitely heard more of Dimian. Not it was still noise cancelling, but you still could hear them, but it was far away. The next headset is the consumer headset.
Now we are using the Sennheiser consumer headset 450 BT and C.
Open the crate, but don't break the glass. Oak is strong.
I think no noise cancelling, and yeah, he was further in the room, but if he were closer, I would guess the microphone would pick it up much more. And then let's listen in at the bonus headset, the decked headset, the Sennheiser SDW.
Now we are using the Sennheiser SDW.
Definitely better audio. Oh my god. Dimian was totally noise cancelled. There was no sound. And this really confirms what I've been hearing in calls as well, because I'm sitting here and typically my wife is sitting here and we are both in calls. What is important though, that the microphone faces the side where the person are talking at. So it's important that the microphone is on this side if the person is over there. And wow, the SDW really noise cancelled everything. Really cool stuff. The last test we're going to do is a range test. What I like to do in calls, especially in the start of the call, or if you're just listening into the call, is maybe go and get a refill on my coffee or tea. So I need a headset that has the range to go down in the first floor of my house and get that cup of coffee. A Bluetooth headset typically has a range between 10 meters, but can also have up to 100 meters. So let's see how far I got.
Range test, Epos Adapt 660. Let's go. Walking down the stairs.
No, failed in the stairs. Okay, next is the Jabra.
Now we are testing the Jabra. See how long range it has. Okay, I'm outside my office, walking down the stairs, and I'm on my way to the coffee machine. And there we are. There's the coffee machine.
Yeah. I got to the coffee machine, but yeah, I was broken up. And it started to fail about the same place as the Epos headset. Next headset.
Can you hear me? And now we are testing the Jabra Evolve 65T. Let's see how far that goes. Can you still hear me? Am I still connected?
Yeah, bottom of the stairs. Maybe a couple of meters, and there's also some walls in between. Let's try the consumer headset.
Testing the consumer headset. Sennheiser 450 BNT. Let's see how far that goes. We are walking outside the office, walking down the stairs. There we are at the coffee machine. Are you still connected? Are you still connected?
Okay, we got a bit further, but still it broke up at the coffee machine. It also matters what is between, if it's concrete walls or if it's wooden walls or it's a free site in terms of how far the range is. But let's test the bonus headset, the Sennheiser SDW decked headset.
So there is no problem for you hearing me right now because the range of this headset is amazing. But that's because there's a difference between decked and Bluetooth as a technology. So decked has a range of over 100 meters. There's the coffee machine. No problem hearing me.
Yeah. Of course, this is not a focus headset, not a travel headset, but it's a really good office headset. And I prefer to use that in my office. And the SDW has good enough audio that I also listen to it when I'm doing my Pomodoro focus sessions. When I'm doing that deep work, that reaching that flow state so that I can focus and get stuff done. It's good enough audio, it's good enough bass, but not as immersive as both the Epos 660 and the Evolve2 85. So what do I think about these two focus headsets that we were primarily testing? Well, the Evolve2 85 is a really good headset, but I think it may be a bit bulky. It feels more like a gaming headset, to be honest. It has this extended mic, but it didn't help much either with the wind test or with the noise cancelling test, and it feels more like a flight simulator pilot headset. Also, it has the presence lights both in the front and the back, but you also saw it will be really apparent in a Teams call. And personally, I would prefer having a sleeker, slimmer headset. Other feature this headset has is it's really great because when you take it off, it will stop any music, it will mute your microphone, which is really good. But also when you take it off and put it down, remember you need to turn it off manually, which it will not start saving battery. Of course, it has a long battery life on standby, but still, if you leave it there for overnight or over the weekend, it will be empty of battery when you get back to work. It has fast charging though, and using the charging station that comes with the headset, that's really nice. So it has a really good and nice charging station. In addition to this, it has USB-C, and it can charge via the USB-C, but here is where I'm most disappointed actually, because there is no audio in here, it's only for charging. And as I said, what constitutes a focus headset is that you also can be wired via USB to be supported in a Teams call. Other than that, awesome audio, and awesome noise cancelling. Everything else is really good. I am happy with the result, and if you need a focus headset for travel, this is a good headset. I did an unboxing video of the Adapt 660 that you can check out in the description below. So I'm not going to talk much about the features and the feel, but I would prefer this headset. It has better audio, deeper bass, wider audio, no presence light, of course no indication for your peers that you are unavailable, but you can use other mechanisms for that, like a busy light that you can place in a strategic place. But these really look nice, don't you think? They are sleek, there's not many buttons on them, and also you should have the habit when using this, when you take them off, that you turn them off like this before putting them down, because then they go off. So this is the on and off features. Also you hear this click. In addition to that, there is no automatically mute or stopping of music when you take them off. So that's better for the Evolve2 85. But other than that, this is my personal favorite. And it turns out that this headset is actually cheaper than the Evolve2, and I'm surprised about that. Then the bonus headset, and the reason why I wanted to add this to the test is, look at this, it's a perfect backup headset, and it comes with the box, it charges in the box, which is really good, and you can put the headsets in here and it charges. You see the green light, and you should always have this in your backpack. And here's a picture of me super happy because I forgot my 660 headset when I was out for a day trip for a customer, but I had these, and it's a really great backup headset. And also they're not that big, of course, because they're in ear. You need to like having in-ear earbuds, and I tried to work out with these. Didn't work well for me, they kept falling out, but I actually like them on business trips. If you found this content interesting, please subscribe to my channel, and also YouTube might think you like these videos as well. Thanks for watching.